whole crypto scene has fallen off a cliff. But how has our good friend Stoic fared during this time? Well, last time I made a video, about 2 months ago, we were sitting at around $1,295, which was almost 30% up from my initial investment. However, this was still a reasonable decrease from the previous all-time highs in the month before of around $1,500, a 50% increase from my initial investment. But since then, around November time, the whole crypto market has plunged. Even the big coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum are down by around 30%, but Stoic does claim to lose less than the market, so perhaps we haven't lost as much as that. Well, let's see then. And to be honest with you, I haven't really kept too up to date with what Stoic's been doing. I have taken the saying set it and forget it to a new level over these past few months. But as of now, on the 10th of February, I know what day it is. So currently, my portfolio is sitting at $950. So we are in the red, down by about 5%. This isn't the first time it's been in the red, so I'm not too worried, but the thing is, I thought this was potentially the lowest it had been, until I looked back on the portfolio for the last week or two. I saw that at one point it had gone all the way down to $795. That's almost a 20% decrease from my initial investment. Never mind when we take into consideration that the all-time highs on this account, on this Stoic account, was around $1,500. That's almost a 50% drop. However, it has climbed back up over the past week, so it is now sitting just below a 40% decrease from its all-time highs. This really goes to show the volatility of crypto. Even when using something like Stoic, which is a bit more stable, there are still massive fluctuations in price. Now, am I worried? And should you be worried if you're also invested with Stoic? Well, I'll be honest, seeing a 40% drop in your portfolio is never fun. But you do have to look at it relatively. Bitcoin is down over or around 50% from its all-time highs. Meanwhile, Stoic is down a little bit less than 40%. So it is outperforming Bitcoin. So I'm not too concerned. When I would start to get concerned is if it was consistently underperforming Bitcoin. So if it had more than a 50% loss over this time from its all-time highs, then that's when I would start to get a bit worried. I think it did dip below that level when it was at $795, but it appears to have popped out of that quite quickly. So let's hope that doesn't happen consistently or again, but for now, I think it should be okay. But looking at the bigger picture here, the way I think about crypto is, if you are invested in crypto, if you have decided to invest into crypto, then there are one of two options that will play out. It's either going to work or it isn't. So providing you're putting money into cryptos which are not dog themed and actually have use cases or functions within the real world, then if we ever do reach mass adoption where everybody starts using crypto, then you are going to be very well rewarded. Wow, you are so cool with your really loud exhaust. Conversely, if crypto is made illegal and goes to zero, we're all going to be very sad, we're going to cry, and we're going to lose loads of money. So overall, going forward, the success of Stoic is really just going to depend on what happens to crypto. Now I know that sounds like a really stupidly obvious point, but it's true. It doesn't matter how good a trading bot is. If crypto doesn't work, then the trading bot isn't going to do anything to change that. So if you do like the idea of crypto, and perhaps you don't really want to do all the research of investing into individual cryptos, and you just want a kind of a holistic approach, then Stoic might be for you, and it might be worth trying out. But you gotta have the stomach for it. As you've seen here, there's gonna be some big ups and some big downs, and you better be ready for it. If you do want to join Stoic, there's a link below which will give you $5 off your fees. And no, this isn't making me money, it just gives me money off my fees, and I'm not going to put any more money into Stoic, so it's not making me anything, but if you want to give it a go, may as well save yourself $5. In terms of Stoic news, there's one main thing, but we'll talk about that later. But for now, Stoic have really gone for it on upgrading their UI. Their website and app look so much better, and they've really gone to town on it, and it's paid off. It looks so much better than it did at the beginning. If you watch some of my early Stoic videos, 1, you'll know what it looks like, and 2, you'll know that the chart that shows your portfolio balance sometimes didn't work at all. It would just be frozen, or it would crash, and there'd be lots of little bugs like that. However, now I can comfortably say that there are no issues with the chart that I've experienced. It updates very quickly, it's very good, and the app doesn't crash at all. Woo! Great job. However, something that has happened a few times is having to confirm my account via Binance, and to change my API keys, I got a message saying, oh, you have to do this or Stoic will stop trading. Now, I'm pretty sure all this is just on Binance's end, and it really isn't that big an issue. But you know, when I'm trying to set and forget it, it's just a bit of an inconvenience. So yes, I'm being annoying, but that's the only gripe I really have. Outside of that, my hedging strategy is currently on dynamic, which means Stoic is in full control of it. So I'm putting my trust in their algorithm, which might not be a good idea. But if it isn't, you'll be the first to hear about it. Finally, the main piece of news is that Stoic have announced their own token, which they have called the Stoic. Really good job on the name, guys. They've also come out with a pretty clear plan for the future, and they've got some really interesting concepts and some products that they're bringing out in the near future. But unfortunately, we're not going to cover that in this video as it will be too long. So I'm going to have another video coming out very soon that's going to talk all about that. So when it's uploaded, you can watch that here. Peace out, Girl Scout. Woo!